By crowning himself Emperor of the French in December 1804 in Notre Dame Cathedral, Paris, Napoleon Bonaparte reached the peak of his meteoric rise from a humble Corsican upbringing to complete power. Napoleon's period was characterized by war, and his strategic genius led to a change in the balance of power in Europe during the Napoleonic Wars. Britain, Napoleon's consistent foe, marshaled European monarchs into the Third Coalition by 1805. Austria, which had much to complain about in its lost territory, allied itself with Russia, Sweden, and Naples. Napoleon forestalled their movement when he rapidly advanced his newly reorganized Grande Armée, which employed a novel corps system that allowed for separate operations and rapid concentration for decisive battles. The campaign's first victory was at Ulm, where Napoleon trapped and captured 60,000 Austrian troops. The combined Austro-Russian forces were Napoleon's next target. Late in December 1705, at the Battle of Austerlitz, where it is known as the Battle of the Three Emperors, Napoleon induced his enemies to have a trap sprung upon them. Although outnumbered and holding a weaker position, Napoleon exploited the fog and misdirection in order to deliver the crushing blow, his most celebrated victory. Austria was humiliated into a peace, and the Holy Roman Empire ceased to be. In 1706, Prussia came into the spotlight for joining the Fourth Coalition. Napoleon's forces crushed the Prussians in a fast and very destructive campaign where, at Jena and Auerstedt, the Prussians were defeated to the ground. Berlin fell, and Prussia was left shattered. Then Napoleon turned east. By defeating the Russians in 1807 at Friedland, he gained the Treaty of Tilsit, which temporarily stabilized peace and divided Europe under French and Russian spheres of influence. However, Napoleon's ambitions in Spain and Portugal ignited widespread resistance. In 1708, French occupation triggered the Peninsular War, marked by brutal guerrilla warfare and setbacks like the Spanish victory at Bailen. Meanwhile, Austria prepared for revenge, leading to renewed conflict in 1809. Despite fierce resistance at battles like Aspern-Essling, Napoleon's forces ultimately triumphed at Wagram, solidifying French dominance, but at a great cost. By 1809, Napoleon had built a large empire, but persistent resistance, logistical strains, and overextension portended challenges ahead. He was still the greatest military genius, but his campaign against Europe promised nothing but chaos, which marked his ultimate downfall.